everyone, I wanted to pop on and do a quick tutorial for you to show you how I'm going to edit mom out of these images by using a extra shot that I had taken of this setup before I put baby in the prop. I always have mom or dad sitting next to the baby if they're in a prop, because if something were to happen, babies to move or kick, they could possibly fall out of the prop, and it's always best to have someone there to spot them, make sure that they can catch them if anything like that was to happen. So I usually take, and it's a really awesome tip for you guys if you're going to be doing prop shots, to always take a picture of your setup before you put the baby in the prop, because sometimes you will have to edit out a hand or something that's in your shot and you don't want in there. Like, for example, I want to keep that second swan in the image, so I have an extra shot now that I can go and bring that swan back in and then finish the rest of my editing on the image. So I had opened them up in Photoshop here. I already went ahead and cropped this one down a little bit. So I want to first make a copy of this on the other image. So how I do that is I go to my layer up here, duplicate layer, and then under document you want to find your other image, and then just hit OK. Now when you open your next image, you're going to have two layers. One's going to be the original layer and then the copy of the other one. So before I go ahead and resize this image, I want to make sure that I turn it into a smart object. So I go to Layer, Smart Objects, Convert to Smart Object. And it's gonna show up here, this little picture in the corner. It's gonna tell you that that layer is now a smart object. The reason I turn them into a smart object before I resize is because if you take just a regular file and then you either shrink it or make it larger, it can pixelate and kind of get distorted. So turning it into a smart object will stop it from doing that. When you have it as a smart object, you can then hit Control T for the transform key. And just, you also want to change your opacity so you can see your other layer underneath. So like 50% is fine. You can see both images that way. So now you can go ahead and start resizing. I'm going to just focus on getting the swans the right size, because that's all I'm really going to be working on. Yeah, that should be good right there. Hit enter. Now you can bring your opacity back up to 100% on that layer, and you want to create a layer mask. So you can add a layer mask on this layer by hitting this little camera icon right here at the bottom. Then you want to Control I to invert that layer mask, and go to your brush here. Make sure that you have a soft brush, so your hardness should be at 0%, and you should be on the white layer here at the bottom. And then you can just paint them back in like this. Super simple, quick, and easy. It's such an easy tip on how to fix your backdrops if you have a hand or something from your spotter in your newborn picture, so that you don't want in there. So, and it makes it so much easier than, say, having to try and clone it out, and it makes it look way more natural too, because sometimes clones can leave spots and things like that. So especially for a backdrop like this, I needed to have that swan. I couldn't have cloned her out in that case. See you soon. Bye.